All right. Then the question I have for you is tell me your name and where you're from.
Mike Wasson, and I'm from La Crosse, Wisconsin.
All right. And what have you accomplished using hypnosis with lacrosse hypnosis?
I've quit smoking. It's actually helped me reduce the stress and the way I think about smoking as well.
Okay. How much is the most you've ever smoked?
About 5 packs a day.
And how many years have you been smoking?
Oh boy, 40.
40 years you used to smoke? Okay.
Yeah.
And how long has it been? How long have you been smoke free?
Since our first session, which I believe was on the 13th of this month.
Oh, three, like a month,
Yeah,
like a month ago. Okay. So you've been smoke free for a month. And how easy was it with smoking with hypnosis?
extremely. As long as I went through and did the training sessions that you sent me, it was a cakewalk. And if I found that I was having a hard time or if I was struggling with it, all I actually had to do was sit down and go through those free training videos that you had sent.
Okay. So going through the recordings and all right. And you mentioned that you had less stress. So tell me about what other benefits you have from your hypnosis.
The less stress comes in, it was easier to quit smoking. I wasn't arguing with my wife or my little one. I wasn't moody from having stopped doing any of those types of typical not smoking brain meltdowns.
Okay. So it's different and easier this time.
Absolutely.
What else did you try to quit smoking that was made it hard or was a struggle?
I tried the prescription drug citalopram or not Chantix, or these how it's pronounced Chantix, and that basically made me sick. So then I just tried to quit cold turkey, and that lasted maybe 3 days. And I was crabby enough for my wife actually now bought me cigarettes and said, "Here, just smoke."
And what was the screening like? What did you from the free screening?
The screening was actually pretty eye opening, considering that I had gone through it, the hypnosis with a different company at one point in time. And it was a massive difference between how it was more personalized for me for this time. Because I had told you that, stress was a major factor. So we kind of molded that into the program as well. And I learned that all of that was going to happen during the screening process.
Okay. And what benefit did you get from the screening itself?
Confidence that I was actually going to be able to do it, and the knowledge that once I'm done with the program, if I continue to work the program, so to speak, that it should be a lifelong solution to the problem.
What difference does the written service guarantee make?
It was a lot more comforting to have that because I learned that, with that type of a guarantee, it's okay. If in 6 months I have a relapse or whatever and start smoking, then I can always contact the Crosse Hypnosis Center and do it again without any additional expense.
When we did the screening, I remember you told me that you were uncertain whether hypnosis would work well through the online and for you to be at home. How is this
For
better for you?
It's a more comfortable environment, but it's easier to concentrate, pay attention, gather and learn the information and tools.
What has your family or friends said about you quitting smoking?
They're actually pretty proud of the fact that I've quit and I haven't started. And the typical things, I wasn't crabby and moody and things of that. And even my son yesterday, my son and I went actually rode the bicycles for like 2 hours. And it was kind of nice that we didn't have to stop and smoke. My 13-year-old even made a comment that it was kind of nice we didn't have to stop so that I could smoke cigarettes and crap like that.
What have you noticed as far as your health improving? Have you noticed any changes there?
I have a longer stamina, so to speak. I don't, my sense of smell is better. My sense of taste is better. Just overall feel healthy, feel better about the body that I'm in. So to speak.
Okay. You're more comfortable in your body and you feel healthier, you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How has this improved your marriage?
Quite a bit, actually. My wife and I are starting to do more things together. We're not, I'm not getting up in the middle of watching TV or cooking or eating dinner or whatever to go outside and constantly smoke cigarettes.
Okay. So it sounds like you've reclaimed a lot of time you used to waste.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm not sitting outside half the day chain smoking cigarettes when I'm supposed to be at home with my family.
And would you say that it was worth it, the investment? Like, how would you describe the benefit you compared to the cost?
The benefit is substantially better than the cost. The cost was minimal when you stop and think that it, like I said, at one point in time, it was 5 packs of cigarettes a day, $10 a day, $50 a day, 7 days a week. That's $350 in a week. So when you look at it that way, I mean, realistically, for what I spent for 1 week in cigarettes, I'm done with them now.
Would you recommend La Crosse Hypnosis Center to people who want to quit smoking?
Absolutely. I actually have. My current supervisor at my position is a 3 and 4 pack a day smoker. And whether or not he actually reaches out is remains to be seen, but he needs to quit because he's got some medical issues of his own he needs to deal with.
That's all the questions I have. Well, just for the benefit of the recording, for permission, do we have permission that we can share segments of this video to help other people?
Absolutely.
Okay.